Today, we are going to be doing a 15-minute long yoga flow. Be sure you have some water and some space for this beautiful practice. It's not very long, but it's really focused on opening up our backs. We're going to be using a yoga block to really open those shoulders today. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start by laying the yoga block kind of on our backs. So it's about here. It's kind of in line with the tips of the shoulder blades. So I've laid it nice and flat. I'm going to come down and gently lay down so it's kind of separating my shoulders. I'm going to interlace my fingers behind my neck, but not pushing forward, really letting my head fall back into my hands. Now, if you can't rest your head on the floor, then place a little pillow underneath. And we're just going to start with some nice breaths. My feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart with my knees dropped in. I'm going to wrap my arms around my shoulders, and I'm going to just gently rock back and forth, kind of nestling my shoulder blades up against the block. It'll kind of press into any little knots you've got there and help you have a little bit more room between your shoulder blades. So open out and take a couple nice deep breaths, unpeeling those arms like banana peels. Breathing deeply. Switch. Now my other arm is on top, and I'm going to again just give myself a little rock back and forth. Feeling that nice space that I'm creating between my shoulder blades, creating a lot of kind of relief of those tensions. I'm going to just peel my arms this time over my head. If this is uncomfortable, you can again do your arms out to the sides. I'm just focusing on my breath. I'm trying to relax those intercostals. Gently roll to your side, coming all the way up. Now I'm going to place my yoga block out of the way and come right away onto all fours. Now my hands are right under my shoulders and my hips are right on top of my knees. And I'm just going to gently exhale, cow and cat. Inhale to extension and exhale into flexion. Now we're really going to focus on spine articulation today. So just take this kind of warming up the back and shoulders. Inhale for the extension and exhale for the flexion. I'm almost rolling my shoulder blades up and down, kind of getting a little bit more movement in the serratus, or kind of the muscle that lays underneath my shoulder blades, between my shoulder blades and my ribs. I'm going to exhale, engage those lats, and press back, engaging my core, and kind of to my downward facing dog, walking out my dog a little bit and pressing into those shoulders, creating almost no neck tension. So you're really kind of opening up between those hamstrings, opening up in between the hips and ribs. I like the little extra movement through my hips. And we're going to just come to our plank and right back. Again, we're going to kind of focus on that spine articulation, really trying to roll through the vertebrae. You can see I'm really trying to find a little articulation through the low back and the upper back. Now, if you're having a little trouble finding your articulation, you can always bend your knees a little bit more. Let's go into our Chaturanga Uttanasana, lifting our sternum up, baby cobra, opening up that sternum, breathing gently. Exhale, reach those hands behind, interlace those fingers, and reach those hands up. Really open the shoulders. If this is too much, you can always just keep the hands reaching behind you, or you can grab onto a little towel. Let's lift our chests up right away, really opening up that chest, breathing, opening up the collarbones, opening up those shoulders. Go ahead and float everything back and down. Tuck the tailbone under. Now you can do a push-up either on your knees or with your toes tucked under, and once again, press back into our downward facing dog. I'm just giving myself a little walk out again, getting a little bit more mobility into those hamstrings. Now, I'm going to roll right back forward and exhale. Again, I'm really trying to find that articulation. I've been having a lot of tension in my back, so this should really kind of help make each vertebrae feel a little bit more ooey gooey. Deep exhale. Open up those shoulders. Let's reach one leg up, bending, bringing that hip nice and open. And we're going to just tuck that knee in, getting a little bit of a curl through the spine. Inhale, open through the spine. Exhale, curl. And you can take this as big or as small. You can take this all the way to a plank, or you can keep this nice and small so that you're not putting quite as much pressure through the shoulders. We're going to go ahead, and if you'd like, you can drop one elbow down, kind of finding a kind of off-angled tripod. It's a beautiful three-legged dog. You can also keep that arm nice and long. We're going to step forward, reaching up into our crescent lunge, opening up our chest, taking that nice big reach over our heads. Nice deep inhale, sweep the arms behind you, interlacing those fingers, and again, open up. Again, if this is uncomfortable, you can always just reach the hands down towards the floor. Just kind of opening up that chest. We're going to inhale, expanding the body, press through that front leg, and you're going to keep that nice connection, and you're going to exhale, deeply connect through those cores as you lean forward, finding a little bit of a stretch and challenging your balance. Slowly reaching those arms overhead, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. You're going to reach nice and long. Inhale, exhale, folding forward. Now I'm going to really try to square my hips. I can either flex my foot, but I want to feel that stretched on the hamstrings. I can always bend my back knee or bend both knees, but as much as you can, try to keep that nice long spine. I'm really trying to kind of deepen with each breath as I feel that nice, lovely, luscious stretch down the back of the leg. And I can kind of tuck my chin in, folding forward. It should feel just really delightful. Slowly coming down, we're going to just open up into a twist. Now, if a twist doesn't feel appropriate for you, you can always just stay here with your both hands on the floor, deepening that lunge, or you can always place your hand on your thigh to give you a little bit more support. You can also always place that yoga block underneath that hand. Just breathing, opening up that chest. Reach the hand overhead. Nice, deep, beautiful inhale. Exhale, tuck the knee in, and we're going to just gently rainbow our arms over and take a nice stretch and twist. You can always take this as a forward fold as well if a twist is a little bit outside of your wheelhouse. I loved breathing and lengthening my spine in this position. Let's cartwheel our arms back. Again, stepping that leg out nice and long. Tuck the knee in and press right back into that beautiful three-legged dog. Now we're going to come right back down. Now you can always place both feet down, or you can keep one foot up as you come into your chaturanga. Again, opening up that chest, beautiful extension. You can reach those hands again behind you one more time, lifting up, getting last little kinks in that neck and last little kinks in those shoulders, getting this, and again, opening up that sternum, really working on the strengthening both the upper back and lower back. But remember, you're always using your core to protect your low back here. Tuck the toes under and either push up on the knees or on the toes. Pressing back to that downward facing dog. Now we're just going to switch it up. Nice big reach up to the ceiling, opening up that hip, feeling that gorgeous big kind of stretch in the leg as we get ready to move into those little tucks. Tuck it in and reach it up. Now you can make it nice and big or nice and small, just tucking it in nice and small, or you can take it all the way again to that plank. And take that nice big gorgeous stretch, and you can take it again down onto one elbow, or you can keep it with both hands on the floor. This just kind of intensifies the hamstring stretch, as well as lets me kind of a little bit more range of motion through my chest. Again, I'm going to tuck that knee into my chest, coming down into my beautiful lunge, lifting up, opening into my crescent lunge, grounding my foot into the floor. Nice, beautiful inhale. Again, reach those hands behind you and open up the sternum, breathing slowly. And start to extend the leg. Folding forward and reach those arms overhead, keeping the shoulders down. This is a little bit of a balance challenge, especially in the wind. You can always bend your knees or extend legs, but you want to feel that nice stretch in the hamstrings. And I like to kind of rock back and flex my foot, but try not to collapse in the chest. Try to keep that nice, beautiful long spine as much as you can, taking that beautiful forward fold, breathing gently. Peel down and open up. Again, you can always place that yoga block underneath your hand or place your top hand on your thigh for a little bit more of a supported rotation, or both hands on the floor if rotation is out of your wheelhouse. Go ahead and tuck that knee under. Again, coming forward or cartwheeling over into that beautiful spinal twist. Trying to ground your sit bones into the floor so you get a little bit more length with each breath. Really finding that beautiful long spine. Each breath gets me a little bit longer as I inhale and exhale, grounding those hips. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cartwheel our arms right back. And again, coming right back into that nice, gorgeous, long lunge. Keeping that nice connection, you're going to just step back, reaching that leg long, and again, find your three-legged dog into chaturanga, or come to your regular downward facing dog to chaturanga. Now I'm coming all the way up into a fully extended position, really finding a more open position in the back. Now I'm still using my abdominal muscles to support my low back, so I'm not just cranking into my flow flexibility. I almost feel like I'm pulling forward with my hands to kind of give me a little bit more support. And again, exhale, press up and back. Taking that beautiful kind of rest position, opening up the upper body. Let's float our knees down and onto the floor. Now, we're going to continue to work on that beautiful extension. Now, if you have anything going on in your low back, you can always take the yoga block and place it between your inner thighs, zipping up the body, really reaching up. It's going to protect your knees a little bit, especially if you have any issues with your patella, or you can always sit here and take the positions while seated here. So it won't be quite as much extreme motion in the low back, or you can always place it to the side, just kind of whatever feels right for you. Or you can put it upright, down, just kind of whatever your flexibility is leading you to do today. We're going to just reach to one side, not crunching our shoulder, but dropping our shoulders down. And you can take your hand to the yoga block, but not with the shoulder up, with the shoulder down, really opening up that chest, finding that nice, not up again, keeping it down as you keep that nice big stretch through the side body, pressing forward with your hips and lengthen right back up. Now we're going to try the other side. You can again switch that yoga block or just reach to your ankle as you take that side bend, opening up the sternum, really finding that gorgeous, luscious movement in the back. I really am still using my abs, so I'm not collapsing into those vertebrae. And right back up. Now I can take my hands to my waist, my butt, my thighs, whatever kind of feels good for you. Sometimes I like having my fingers up, and you're just going to take a little bit of a back bend. You can take both hands back to the floor and kind of grasp onto your ankles, pushing your hips forward, getting a nice big release, just breathing slowly, kind of opening up your neck, opening up those shoulders. Nice slow breath here. Exhale, coming all the way up. You'll see I kind of slightly stick my bum out on the way up, and that's okay, but I'm going to lift up as much as I can to come back. Now you can repeat it with the hands on the thighs or with the hands overhead, really trying to reach back. Exhale, finding a full expression. You can see I'm really pushing those hips forward as I find that nice reach, trying to relax my face. And exhale, stick my bum up to help me come back up. I prefer this because it gives you a little bit more protection in your low back. Take a moment kind of to recover and sit back. Just round through the spine and inhale, lengthen through the spine. Just like we did with our cat and cow. Exhale to flex, inhale to extend. So you're finding just a little bit of movement. It feels kind of nice. Get that yoga block out of the way, and we're just going to pop on down, slowly rolling down onto our backs, hugging your knees into your chest. And we're just going to take happy baby to get a nice full release of our spine in the other direction. Just really rock out those hips. I just think this feels lovely. Just feeling that nice kind of pressing down into the floor, getting a little bit more spinal kind of compression, and then you can always just rock it out. Whatever feels right for you. Just breathing slowly and feeling that spine get a little bit more love. This also just feels lovely on my hamstrings and my hips. And just kind of feeling everything kind of release a little bit more. Go ahead and you're just going to extend those legs down. If there's anything else you need to do before your Shavasana, take a moment. But otherwise, we're going to turn our palms to the ceiling and start to slow down our breath, relaxing the body. Just nice, gentle inhale and exhale. And let's start at the top of the head and just do a gentle body scan. Do you feel any extra tension in the face or jaw or throat? Just take a moment to deepen that breath and focus there. Slowly making your way down to your sternum and down your arms, relaxing the hands and forearms and all of the muscles melting down into the floor. And bring your awareness to your thoracic or your mid-back, down into your hips, letting every single muscle, every single little bit of tension melt away. And down the femurs, the leg bones, all the way down to those toes. Feeling everything kind of soften and release. slowly start to deepen your breath, waking up those fingers and toes. And whenever you're ready, gently start to roll to your side. Coming all the way up to a nice seated position. I hope you enjoyed this kind of quick body opener, and hopefully I will see you again. Bye.